What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to Rebuilding Chelsea. Today we have Dortmund in the Champions League first knockout round, the first leg of the first knockout round, and we have the EFL Cup Final against West Brom. West Brom, I believe, beat Swansea like 7-0 on aggregate, so they absolutely throttled them. They're currently second in the championship, but see, they're quite a bit of a ways behind us. We've actually won the league. We have like 12 games to spare, and we have won the league on 103 points with a 107 goal difference. We have set the championship record for most goals ever in a season. I think we've either have set or are about to set the record for most wins by a championship team in a season. We're going to set the record for most points by a championship team in a season. We're just ridiculous. Chelsea should not be in this division. Like, this team is far too good. I don't know how the previous manager let them get relegated, but he should never be a manager ever again because he is literally the worst of all time. Who's even the previous manager? It's showing my history. I want to see Chelsea's managers. Julio Cesar was their last manager. Feldhofer was sacked after a year and 111 days. He came in for 175 days and got fired. Julio Cesar, he's a pretty decent manager. He's actually the manager of Sociedad right now. Where are they? Are they struggling? They're fifth in La Liga, so I don't know how he managed to do so poorly. I'm assuming Feldhofer started it pretty poorly. Like, they must have been doing very poorly under him, and Cesar came in and it didn't improve. Feldhofer is currently the manager of RB Leipzig, who are 8th in the Bundesliga, which is probably a little bit low for Leipzig, but I just don't understand how they got Chelsea relegated. This team is ridiculous. But before I get into the games since we last saw you, into the schedule, we've had the end of the transfer window. I wasn't looking to do any business, but I've made a sale. And I've also made a signing. The signing has been amazing for us so far. I did not think he would be as good off the bat as he has been. But the sale really hurts. I really didn't want to make it. But I promised him if I got a bid of an appropriate value, I would sell him. And that bid came in. That bid came from Arsenal. And the player that we sold, my transfer history will come up, is Alioune Diagne. Our starting central midfielder, 24 years old, in his prime, playing at a superstar level, can play anywhere across the front three and central midfielder. But I told him if I got a bid of 100 million, I would sell him. And then Arsenal came in and bid 94 million, and I was like, yes, reject. Then they came in for 109 million. And I had a choice to make. I either could decline the offer, and he would throw up the biggest hissy fit you've ever seen. I just knew he would because he really wanted to leave. Or I could accept it and try to move on, try to find a replacement, which I have not actually done. Our new signing, Gabriel Enrique, is not a replacement for Diagne. They do not play the same position. So I found one player that I thought could be his replacement, but we couldn't agree on a contract. He wanted far too much money. And we just disagreed on the contract demands, so we couldn't bring him in. So we're going to have to go with our in-house replacements, which is going to be Zigrovic. He is the starting box-to-box midfielder now, which isn't ideal, but the league is already won, so we don't have a whole lot to play for. I mean, we've got the Champions League, obviously, and we've got the EFL Cup, and we've got the FA Cup. But as long as I can just win the EFL Cup and get some European football, I'll feel all right. Obviously, I'd like to win the Champions League and get Champions League football, or win the FA Cup and get Champions League football. But any European is going to be okay for me. But yeah, it stunk to lose Diagne. He's not played very well in his first two appearances for Arsenal either. At 6.75 over his first two appearances. But yeah, I had the decision to make. I really wanted to reject it. You don't understand how much I wanted to reject that offer. But the end of the day, I felt like he would get too upset. I couldn't risk it just destroying our dressing room. So I just chose to make the sale. But the player I brought in, Gabriel Enrique, is an 18-year-old. He says his best position is left inverted winger, but we already have a lot of good players at that position, so I think his long-term position for us is going to be at attacking midfielder. I think he's going to be our starting attacking midfielder next season when we move to the 4-4-1-1. He's going to be our starter there. He can also play striker. He's played striker for us, I believe, in every single game. Since we signed him, he has played, and he has scored in every single game that he has played. 6 appearances, 8 goals. He's been amazing as an 18-year-old, and he looks good. He doesn't look like world class or anything like that, but I think he will be because this is pretty dang good for an 18-year-old. And I couldn't turn down a deal. It was, $14.5 million, another $2 million. Yeah, $14.5 million up front, another $2 million in clauses. If he gets 50 games or 50 goals, gets $1 million for each. So, pretty cheap deal. Once I saw it pop up in my scouting list, I just couldn't say no. I didn't care that we didn't need him. Obviously, we do need him for next season, so it's a pretty good signing for next season, but we didn't really need him this year. But I just couldn't say no to him, and he's been huge for us. I didn't think he'd make the impact he has, but he's been amazing. I'm very happy with Gabriel Enrique. It just stunk to lose Diagne, but I had to make the decision, and I chose to sell him. In terms of the schedule, since we last saw you for Man City Watford. We played Birmingham, beat them 3-0. They were in 3rd place, I believe, at that time. At 3rd place, so that was a pretty good win. Goals by Wilson, Ring, and Blake. Then played Tranmere. This is after the sales and the signing. We won 3-2 thanks to a Gabriel Enrique goal in the 59th minute. Then played Plymouth and beat them 4-2. Gabriel Enrique with a 7th minute goal. Then played Blackburn, beat them 6-2. We just destroyed Blackburn and Middlesbrough in back-to-back games. 6-2 with Pedro Soler getting 3 goals, getting a hat trick. Daryl Wilson getting a brace, and Gabriel Enrique in the 10th minute. Then beat Middlesbrough 6-1. Gabriel Enrique braced. Pedro Soler back-to-back hat tricks. Dude is nuts. He's one of the best strikers I've ever... I understand some of it is that he's a world-class striker playing in the championship, so he should be scoring just ridiculous numbers of goals, but I've never had a goal scorer like that before. It's so fun. Then played Newcastle, beat them 3-0. Gabriel Enrique, 56th minute goal. Then played Bristol City, beat them 5-1. Gabriel Enrique, brace. Daryl Wilson, Jeff Singh scoring a goal, and Phil Savage in the 92nd minute. We've just smashed every team we've played. We've even rotated for the last couple matches. You can see Eggenschweiler, Edson, Jeff Singh, Nicholson, Marcelli. We completely rotated because we had already won the league. I believe we won it at this Newcastle. Oh, no, we won it at this Middlesbrough match. We won the league. So I just completely rotated for the next 2 games, and we still destroyed them with our full backup squad. So the starters should be ready, fit for this match against Dortmund. Let's not proceed. Let's show you the team. This is what I'm going with. Have to move this right winger up a little bit because Wilson doesn't know how to play right midfield. I don't understand how you can't know that because it's just like the exact same thing you do here, but just a little further back. But he does know how to do it, so I want to start him because I think he's our best right winger. F. Young's pretty good, but I don't think he's as good as Daryl Wilson is. He's a better striker, I think, than he is a winger, but he's a pretty decent winger. So obviously he's got ridiculous pace, so he's pretty dang good down the wing. So I'm going to start Wilson. Gabriel Enrique starts at the 10 role. Ring on the left. Zigrovic starts next to Dawson. Soler up top, of course. Bejan Diaby, Blake Alak, and Gashi in net. Bench is looking like this. Curtis Muhar is our backup box. Or I think when I bring him in there, he plays Mazzala, so he's our backup box-to-box / Mazzala. F. Young and Connor, and Lopez Rodriguez has been backup at both striker and attacking mid, so I think that's pretty strong right now. I think Cerulis is going to come back after this loan spell. For next season, he's going to be our backup attacking midfielder. We kind of need a backup striker, though, because if Wilson's going to be our full-time right winger, Phil Savage is not a striker. He has 11 finishing. It's going up, but still, unless it goes up to like 14, I don't really want him as a striker. Maybe 13 if the rest of his attributes are just ridiculous, but I don't think he's going to be a ridiculous player. But that's enough talking for now. Let's get into this match against Dortmund. See if we can win. Go to the next round, the quarterfinal, I believe, of the Champions League. Let's get into it. going to say the least I expect tonight is to achieve a result which gives us a good chance in the second leg. They do not like that. Wow, I don't know why they hated that so much, but that has turned them around. The faith always turns them around. Both teams come into this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Dortmund are as good as they come and will certainly be able to cause us one or two problems. How important will John Ring be to Chelsea today? Of course, he's very important. He's an outstanding player. He's been in very good form recently, so that's been good to see. They have won 3 of their last 5 with a loss and a draw in there. Obviously, I don't know any of their players, but I think our squad is pretty dang strong. Obviously, Diagne would really help in this midfield role. We're going to have to look for his replacement this offseason because Zigovic is not it. I don't even know if they'll let us have him back for another season, but if he could, I don't know if we would. I kind of want to replace Muhar as a backup central midfielder too, so I kind of need 2 midfielders. So I think Muhar's not the best as a central midfielder. He's fine as an attacking midfielder, which is his natural position, as Wilson starts on the right wing and he scores his 28th goal of the season. For an inconsistent player, he's pretty consistently good. He's one of the best inconsistent players I've ever used. 28 goals as a youngster, a 21-year-old. Playing this a little bit further forward, finds space between the fullback and the center back, and strikes it at the near post. What was I even talking about before this? I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the central midfielders. Yeah, I think Muhar's better as a backup attacking mid. So him and the other guy, Sarulis, will be the backup attacking mid. So I think I need another central midfielder. So I think I need 2 central midfielders as box to box / Mazzala role. I'm fine with either role. I'd prefer a box to box. I'd even consider a ball winner if I could find one. So we'll have a look, see if we can find a good replacement in the transfer market. Hopefully we can get Champions League football again, and we'll have Champions League football in the Premier League, and so we'll get a lot more high-profile guys wanting to come to us. As Gabriel Enrique scores again, but he is offside, I guess, or another player was offside, because he definitely was not offside. Somebody must have been in front of the keeper and blocking his view, because Gabriel Enrique was most definitely not off. I'm assuming this is going to be overturned. It is overturned due to offside. And who was offside? John Ring was offside. So he must have been in the goalkeeper's line of sight. Doesn't look like we're going to get a replay, but I'll take you for your word. I would have liked to see Gabriel Enrique get another goal in another game, especially if it be 2 away goals. But we've got the second half to do that. Got to guard against complacency now. Don't think the job is done. Alak, I have faith. There's a lot more to come from you. Soler has not had his best game. 6.4 is pretty disappointing, but he's like the best player on the team, so I can't really bench him. I could put Wilson there, who's a very good striker, but I don't know. If he goes down even more, if he gets down to like the 6.2 range, I'll take him off. I think there's really no coming back if you get down that low. But I'll keep him on for now. He can pop up with a goal at any moment, so I have faith in Soler can see this game through, find us a goal. As Wilson tries to look for another goal, but he puts it too wide. Pretty good job to get into the shooting situation, though, so I'll give him credit for that. This Kuka, I think, is a really good player. I looked at him as a possible replacement for central midfield. He's just really freaking good. He's just really freaking good, but he's 33 years old. And he's worth $50 million. I just don't think I can pay that much money for a 33-year-old. I mean, for his physicals to still be this ridiculous at 33 is a ridiculous feat. But I'm not really into the way of buying old players, as they scored thanks to Liu Chonglai, I'm guessing Chinese player. Might be the best Chinese player in the world. They put a ball in from a corner, gets headed on by Saw, and Liu Chongye is just sitting there at the back post. Let's look at this guy. Where is he? He's their left back, it looks like. Wait. Yeah, that's probably the best Chinese player in the world. Holy crap. Got him from Olympiacos, who got him from Shandong. What a player he is as a Chinese player. I've never seen a Chinese player be this good. I've not seen a whole lot of left backs at the regions be this good. Wow. He's ridiculous. So Dortmund have a pretty dang good team because we just looked at 2 players that would be 5-star players in my team. Soler's down to a 6.2, so he's got to come off. Wilson's going up top. Move Soler back, and I'm going to bring on Effiong. Gabriel Enrique is tired, but he's played all right. I still might bring in Lopez Rodriguez. He's on a yellow. He's tired. I'm going to bring in Lopez Rodriguez. Enrique is finally not going to score. The first game he hasn't scored in, that he has started for us. Bejan's had a poor game. Dawson's had a poor game, but Curtis has not been very good. I might bring on Marcus Connor. Do I do it now? I think I do it now. John Ring hasn't done anything. Oh, whoops. Oh, no, he just doesn't know how to play the left side. I'll play him a little bit further forward. So let's do the same thing we did with Wilson. Just play him a little bit further forward on the left-hand side. I think these are all impact subs for me. Like, Lopez Rodriguez is a very good player. He can definitely make a difference from that attacking midfielder position. Connor's actually been our best left winger this season. Like, he's been better than Ring, but Ring is the much better player according to his attributes, so I want to stick with Ring, but I think Connor's a very good impact player off the bench. Effiong's got a decent impact off the bench, so hopefully they can make a difference. I'm going to encourage the team. Do I go attacking? Do I go for this? Am I okay with a 1-1? I'm kind of okay with a 1-1. All we have to do is win the away leg, or win the home leg, or have a 0-0 draw. We haven't been the better team, really. It's been a pretty even match. I'm not going to push for it. I'm worried if we try to push too many men forward, they will destroy us on the counter. So I'm just going to let what happens happen. As the ball gets headed over from Dortmund, I'm hoping we can get a goal, but if not, I'd be okay with this result. Looks like it's going to be 1-1. I don't think there's going to be another goal in this match, and no, there is not. So he finished the away leg against Dortmund as a 1-1 draw. It probably deserved to be a 1-1. It was a very even game. Both teams with pretty much 1 XG. We had the possession lead, but that was a pretty even game. Too bad Gabriel Enrique couldn't score in his live comm debut, but everybody thought we'd get beaten today. Well done by proving them wrong. Great result. I think that's a good result. Dortmund are a very good team, and we're in the championship. So fans clearly felt you should have taken off Fernando Bejan. He was the best part. He was a part of a team performance, and that's the most important thing. You can't take off every bad performer, and I don't have an impact player at that right back position that I could bring on. Is that Xabi Alonso? It is Xabi Alonso. Southampton has Xabi Alonso. He's a right winger / striker. Okay. Southampton also in the Champions League. They've obviously become a very good team in this save. So they're challenging in the Champions League just like we are. So now we've got West Brom in the EFL Cup Final. This is our chance for some European football. Dawson looks like he's suspended for the second leg of the Dortmund match. That's unfortunate, but I don't think he's a huge loss. But I'll see you for the EFL Cup Final against West Brom. I'll see you in 4 days. We are here on the day of the Carabao Cup Final against West Brom. This is the squad we're going with, the exact same squad that played in the Champions League against Dortmund. I'm playing a little bit more attacking. I'm playing a 4-2-3-1. I'm bringing Ring up as well to the attacking midfield position, to the wide attacking midfield position, just because I think we need to be a little bit more attacking against a team of West Brom's caliber. Obviously, they're doing really well in the championship, but they're still a championship team, and we should be a Premier League team, so we should be able to handle them. We've got like 40 more points than them on the season. So I think I don't want to go all gung-ho and play the 4-2-4, but I want to play this 4-4-1-1 just a little bit more attacking than we otherwise would. So Ring and Wilson are both the attacking midfield roles. Enrique behind Soler, Zigovic, Dawson, Bejan, Diaby, Blake, Alak, and Gashi. This team should be good enough to win the EFL Cup and get us some European football next season, even if it's only Europa League 2, Europa Conference League, whatever you want to call it. I'll take it. I just want European football. I'm going to say the media have given you a lot of credit lately, so go out there and put on a worthy display. Give them faith. Ooh, we're getting some good... Oh, and they're gone. Well, Ryan, the big game is finally upon us. Can you win the EFL Cup here today? We've managed to give ourselves a great platform on which to perform today, and I hope the players do themselves justice because they've been magnificent all season. How are you approaching the task of keeping the EFL Cup's leading goal scorers? Wow, quiet here. I know how good we can be, and I trust my players to do their jobs. West Brom are the leading goal scorers in the EFL Cup. That is surprising. I mean, obviously they've done well to get to the final. Like, the fact that two championship clubs are in the final of the EFL Cup is pretty surprising. But we should be able to win this game. We are the better team. We've shown it this season in the championship. Now we just need to show it on the pitch. I'm hoping for a good performance. Hoping for a performance of our caliber. As Alak has a chance here, goes for a shot on goal, but he puts it just wide. First decent chance we've gotten, and we didn't quite find the back of the net, but it's promising. It's promising. We're getting shots, a lot of shots, 5 shots already through 10 minutes. Just have not got a single one on target. Alak with a throw in to Gabriel Enrique. Back to Alak. Is that how you say it? Alak? I don't even know. Alak? I'm sure it's not ch sound, but Solaris threw on goal, but he is offside. I'm going with Alak, but Soler gets played through on goal by Wilson, I believe, but I think Soler was offside when the ball was played. I'm sure it's going to get overturned here. It always gets overturned due to offside. I've only seen it not be overturned like once, and that was not even me. That was someone else that was playing. He's fractionally off. Very close, but close still counts. As they're going to have a throw in from our left-hand side here. Zigrovic tries to play the pass, but it gets blocked by Poole, and he's going to run down this wing. Going to put a ball in, but we should be able to get to that. Blake gets to it, into Alak. Long ball, cross-field ball to Wilson, who's in a lot of space. He scored a goal similar to this earlier in the season, and Soler gets the goal. Wilson puts the ball across. I couldn't tell if he was going for goal or going for the pass there, but it finds its way to Soler, and Soler tips it into basically an empty net. We go 1-0 up in the 13th minute, basically the 14th minute. Wilson dribbling down this right-hand side, gets a ball in. I think that's a cross. I don't know if Soler even intentionally gets a piece of it. I think it just literally just hits him and goes in. I don't think Soler knew what was happening that entire time, but I'll take it. It's Gabriel Enrique on the free kick, but Carden's going to be good enough to get to it. Now we need to stay strong at the back. We've got the lead we wanted. Alak heads it on. That's the nice thing about having Alak, too, is he's like 6'3" with pretty good jumping reach. So he's basically a center back playing fullback with fullback attributes. He's a heck of a player. He just doesn't always perform up to his attributes. If he performed up to his attributes every game, I don't know if that's a lack of consistency. I don't think he's inconsistent, but I just don't think he has consistency. If he had consistency, he would be like the best left back in the world, I think. With his attributes and his size and everything he brings. He's having a good game so far today, a 7.2. Wilson's having a good game. Soler, Dawson. It's good to see Dawson having a good game after he had a pretty poor game against Dortmund. Mann himself is on the ball. Puts the ball through to Soler. The keeper is far off his line. Some weird positioning there by their goalkeeper, but eventually he gets to it and makes it work out for him, I guess. They're also playing this 4-2-3-1, but I like mirror matchups like that because I think we have the better team. So, tactically, I don't think they're going to be able to beat us. Like they don't have the tactical edge based on formations or anything like that. Soler, are you going to take this? I'm not telling you to waste time, but he seems to be wasting time in the 44th minute of the first half of a game we're leading 1-0 against West Brom. Okay. We've been the much better team so far. We have 11 shots. They only have 3. We have the same amount of shots on target that they have shots total. Not a single shot on target from them. 67% possession. Gonna say don't get complacent out there. Complacency is the only thing that can see us lose this game right now. We are the far better team. We have showed it so far on the pitch. Now it's time to not mess it up. Don't make any stupid mistakes. Give the ball away far too easily. We had played one game where I think we actually came back. We were down 2-0. I don't remember which game it was, but we were down 2-0. Pretty much just handed them 2 goals, 2 terrible passes from the midfield, right to one of their players. But we were able to bring it back to win I believe we won 3-2. But yeah, we've shown we can be a little bit wasteful with our passing in the midfield. So hoping we don't see any of that today. So hopefully see more good decisions. I want good decisions, good passes, playing it to your own team preferably, and just don't gift them goals. If they got a goal, make them work for it. As we've still been the much better team this second half. 67th minute now, they've got to throw in, pull down this left-hand side, their left-hand side, our right-hand side. Doolin puts it through. I don't think anyone was onside there, so Diaby's going to clean it up. Into Blake, looking dangerous. Gashi with the ball now. Okay, I think we should be good now. He's going to play it up top for Ring, who can't get the header, but it falls to Soler. Wilson's busting a gut to get into the box, but Soler goes on his own, and the keeper's able to tip it over. Not a terrible shot from Soler there. I don't know if it was the right choice, but, I mean, you got to pulled out a save, so I mean, at least he got a shot on target. I'll take a shot on target. Had 20 shots, only 5 of them on target, but still have the same amount of shots on target as we get another one. Almost the same amount of shots on target as they have shots total. So we are still dominating possession. We have been the much better team this game. I'm actually going to go positive, just so we can see if we can control this game even more. Don't want to get too aggressive, but I want to control the game. I might change up our tempo so we can be a little bit lower tempo, holding onto the ball a little bit more focused on possession than we are getting the ball up the field quickly, which is what I think I want to do to get goals, but I don't think we need a goal. I would take a goal, Wilson. Just saying I will take a goal. As the shot gets blocked, it goes... Oh, it must have went off Wilson last. Looked like it hit off the defender last, but I guess not. Ring has played a 7.4. Wilson's on a 7.4. Gabriel Enriquez had another poor game. That's disappointing. I was hoping he would show how good he is, because he's been amazing. Lopez Rodriguez is going to come in, though. Really, everyone's played well except for him. So to go to time wasting, and let's lower the tempo, lower the passing a little bit. Actually, no, I want to say standard. Don't run at the defense. Regroup, hold shape, slow pace down. Bring the line back a little bit. Don't use offside trap. Press a little bit less. Don't prevent short goalkeeper distribution. Tell the team to focus. Do a couple time wasting subs. Spray on Marcus Connor. Wait a little bit longer. Take off Wilson. Bring on Effiong. I think that's all 3 subs, right? Yeah. Let's go defensive. Can't tell them to focus anymore, so hopefully we can see this game out. We have a free kick. Connor just on the edge of the area. Pretty good place for a free kick. And Connor can't find the back of the net. It looks like he hit the outside of the bar, and it just pushes it wide, but it's the 94th minute. This should be the end of the game. We should be lifting the EFL Cup. Surely any minute the ref will blow his whistle. Surely any minute. Ref, look at your watch. Okay, let us get a goal. I'll take another goal. I mean, this game should be over, but I'll take another goal. Bejan, and he blows the whistle there. Okay, whatever you want, ref. It's been 94 minutes for about 30 seconds now, but you decided to call it there when we actually have a chance to scoring a goal. Whatever, we win the EFL Cup from the championship, and we are guaranteed to have European football next season. That is the minimum I wanted from this season. I wanted us to win the league, obviously. I think that was a given. I think it was a given we were going to win the league. Chelsea in the championship is just unfair for the rest of the teams in the championship. So I think we were going to win the league. I think the goal this season was to get European football, and we have done that. It's only Europa Conference League, but any European football is good European football. Obviously, I'd prefer Champions League or Europa League, but I don't think there's any way we get Europa League football. Is there? Don't you get Champions League from the FA Cup? I feel like you get Champions League. Maybe you get Europa League? I don't know. But we have a chance if we win the Champions League, get Champions League football. I know that. Congratulations, lad. I'm happy with your performance out there. It wasn't the best performance by the team, but they all actually played well. They just didn't really show it in terms of goals. Congratulations, Ryan. How pleased are you to win the EFL Cup? I'm pleased. So many people have played a big role in getting to this point, and they deserve these moments. I think this is a good season for us to win the EFL Cup and to win a famous treble. Obviously, we won the UEFA Super Cup in the same season we won the championship. That was the same season we won the Carabao Cup. I don't know if those 3 trophies have ever been won by a single team in the same season. I highly doubt it. Real Madrid are still after Ring, but that's another guy I'm worried we might lose. I'm not awfully worried because we have a pretty good backup in Marcus Connor, who's been better than him this season, but I told him if a bid comes in of 120 million or more, I will sell him. I've gotten bids for around 100 million, but no one getting close to that 120 mark, so I think we're going to be all right, but I'm still a little bit worried. A couple of bonuses to Bejan and me. I get a bonus. That's cool. Oh, wait a second. 30 to 70 million. That's not bad for a guy that's supposed to be 4.5 stars. At 21, he's not 4.5 stars. Who is rating this guy? Who scouted this guy? Naki Wells is a terrible scout. I only have him because he's Naki Wells. But that guy is not a 4.5 star player. He has 11 tackling, 12 crossing, 12 dribbling. Not even stupidly fast. He's got good pace, but his acceleration isn't anything special. How is he rating this guy at 4.5 stars? Like, he's 4.5 stars, but Bejan's only 4 stars, and he's the much better player. Let's compare them. 4.5 stars. 4 stars. Yeah, never trust anything Naki Wells tells you. But let's see what we got next episode. Obviously, we're going to play the second leg of the Champions League first knockout round against Dortmund. We've got the FA Cup next against Burnley. We're not going to show that. So I'll show this Dortmund match. I don't know when the next FA Cup round is going to be drawn or where it's going to be at. It might be around this Dortmund game. Might be a little bit before, a little bit after. So I'll probably show Dortmund and, I don't know, either Nottingham Forest or Sheffield United. Sheffield United actually beat us the last time we played them, so I want to get one over on them. So I'll probably do Dortmund Sheffield unless an FA Cup match is placed here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the FA Cup. Hopefully we can beat Burnley. I'm still hoping. Let's actually look. Do we get Champions League football? Final? Europa League. Okay, so that's how you get Europa League football is by winning the FA Cup. So hopefully we can do that. I want at least, if I can get Europa League football, I'd be happy with that. I'd be more happy with that than I would be with the Conference League, but I'm okay with the Conference League. No matter what, we're getting European football. Now it's our chance to try to get the best European football we can get. Obviously, we can't get anything through the championship, but we've got a chance in the FA Cup. We've got a chance in the Champions League. We've got a pretty good result after the first leg to get a 1-1 away from home. All we need to do is win or draw with a 0-0, and we will be through. I think we can win against Dortmund. They've got some really good players, but I think we can win that game. But if you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.